Sadness. Hello, darling. The world is about to experience a lot of sadness for whatever reason this is. Zach. Tis. This is Zach. Is there another word that has another vowel in there? And you also know that you're doing something when everything you say agitates somebody, or they're doing a lot of black magic. Wait. Middle High German Club? What's Zuck? Someone who lives on dry ground. Aha. There may be a problem living on land in the future. People are going to be living on boats because of all, it's going to be a shaking of the earth. Earthquakes, 2012, that movie, just like that. Tell me about this, please. Hermit. It may be just you on a boat with no friends. A few of you, but it's going to be peaceful. And this looks like suffering too. Withdrawals from society, refusing to help those in need. Those who didn't help are going to be affected by this. Those who walked by people who were hungry or were purposely put in situations where your character was tested, you were supposed to do something and you did nothing, especially to a woman, you will be suffering. Tell me about this suffering, please. Above you. There is no one above you. You don't put anyone above you unless they earn it. You don't ever put anyone above you. I don't feel like that's... You should be equal at the highest of that shit. I don't think that you should treat someone better than you treat yourself. That becomes a problem. Respect. It's gonna be like this. There needs to be balance. And there will be. There's too much imbalance when it comes to masculine and feminine energy on the planet. That alone is causing eruptions and disruptions on top of whatever this constant black magic that's being done, ripping holes again in the atmosphere. A bunch of loss and sickness. Constantly wanting other people to lose. Constantly wanting to get even with people, wanting to mess with people's minds. Those of you who are messing with manipulation of the mind in any way, you will be affected. Messing with star seeds and chosen ones, the universe isn't playing. Constantly doing this shit. This is calling on deities and entities and constantly putting negative shit out into the universe. So you sit back and think of that you. Do you ever say anything positive? Especially those who invest in putting out messages or social media platforms that leave people out in the cold. Misinformation. Male. And tune. The universe needs to be fine-tuned. And meal we have. Some of you passed by people that were hungry and you had plenty of money to give them, even a few dollars, and you didn't. You walked right past them. And there's others who actually mocked those who were going through that and made, oh boy, same thing. 444. Wah. Making history. Let's find out about this one. While everybody else was doing this and there's someone here who was experiencing this loss constantly, being disappointed by people. You could be an Aquarius, or you were dealing with one, or a Virgo, but this is just being mind blown at the fact of how many people, when they have their hand out for something, they expect someone to help them, and then when someone else is going through loss, they walk on by. It's fucked up. See, mommy curses. Mommy's the strongest woman on the entire planet. Tell them. P-U, that could be Paula or Paul. L-E, Elaine, Leo, Ellen, B-C, Buck, Rebecca, Z-K, Zach, I don't know, the letter I is for somebody. A man crawling through the desert and dies. Peb is also crack and heroin. Those of you who didn't want to change and you wanted to remain addicts, where are you going now? Does this pertain to you? I can feel somebody walking away, not agitated, a little worried, and you should be. Especially for those of you in the judicial system who sat back and did nothing, and you claim to be, you're supposed to be civil servants. There we go. You didn't want to balance that shit. There's another shadow. Balance. It's going to be forced. 18 could mean something. Tell me about this shadow side. This is a blessing. Having the world. There's another one that balanced themselves out, and they're about to have the world in their hands while everybody else is experiencing this. And you're probably the type of person, if you're like this, where you help those that don't deserve it. Maybe that was a lesson you had to learn. You're going to wind up crossing paths with some people. You could be a Capricorn. Look at the hand again. You were a blessing to people. Even when you were going through things, when you were going through some kind of dark ass energy and shit, I don't feel like you had your hand out. You're the type of person where if you have 5 ones in your pocket and you pass by somebody who's hungry, you will give them at least a couple of those dollars, knowing that you're going to get that back. What you put out is what you get back. You understand that. This is death. This is anyone that was doing death magic. Wow, this is really bad what's going to happen. Anyone that betrayed you, especially when you were going through some type of spiritual awakening. Oh. Forced abortions. You're bound now. You're going to be bound to the earth this way, but the earth is going to be real bad. This is the sun for me. Being burnt up, radiation, people just laying flat on the streets. Anyone who was planning on holding money back from you so that you were down like that, it's going to be a flip. But it doesn't feel like it's an even flip. I feel like there may be... Let's say we have billions of people on the planet. I don't believe that. I think it's millions. I'm thinking maybe a few thousand people will wind up making this truth. My goodness. What is that word? Idiot who plays. Oh, fish. Who plays gay. That is F-I-N-C. There are these guys who acted like they were gay because they either, I don't even know why you would do that. Why would you act gay? Okay, put yourself in their shoes. They don't fit. But if they did, and I wanted to act gay, it would be I'm a follower and not a leader. So the past couple messages were about leadership. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what would be the other reason that you would act like you're gay? Oh, if I was an insecure guy and I was intimidated by women, or at least one in particular, and I acted gay because and that would be my excuse. Well, how come you don't ask her out? Why didn't you I'm gay. You know I'm gay. They will be affected because there was supposed to be something that happened here, and it didn't. And because of that, that's going to be another reason why there's going to be this disruption in the atmosphere. This is anybody also who was trying to keep two people away from each other, that if they were together, it would have brought balance. Two people. There's someone you're supposed to be with that's acting like they're gay, or they did. They have so many attachments. This is sex addiction, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, gambling addiction. You could be a Gemini, definitely. This is speaking judgment on the world, too. And with the Lovers, I believe that this is you being balanced with your male and female. And because you did that, your judgment speaks volumes. It actually manifests. This is what you do for work, but you worked on yourself, though. Yeah, you don't argue and fight. This feels like stoicism. You remain balanced. So your world is actually balanced. This is you having balance in your world, because I actually worked on my shit. I know you like to bring bullshit and chaos and fighting, and you like to pick fights with everybody. I don't do that. I don't start them, but I'll finish them. That's what it feels like. You're going to rest easy during this whole thing if that's you. I'm going to leave it at that. We're not going nowhere. Bye.